Hi, and welcome to week 3. This week we're talking about technology and learning. And there's a couple items we're going to be doing this week. The first off I want to point out is the chapter 2. We should be reading chapter 2 and then working on the chapter 2 reading quiz. On the reading quiz, just a reminder, even though those are open through the entire semester, try and get those done each week. That'll make sure you're on track, and then you're not left with all 12 to do the final week of the semester, right, which will be a little overwhelming. Don't worry about them. They're not meant to be high stakes. They're more of a self-evaluation. You can take them multiple times, and I'll just take the highest score that you get on any of those. So feel free to take them as many as you want, and I'm hoping everybody will get 100% then on those. Right. The second part this week is the discussion of Bloom's taxonomy. This is kind of touching on the theoretical foundations of learning. That is kind of the subject for the chapter this week, the theoretical foundations of learning, specifically how technology fits into that theoretical foundation. And with that in mind, you'll see the assignment this week, the portfolio assignment. Right? You're using Word to create a bookmark. And I'm sure most of you used Word before to create some type of text document or something you had to hand in. But this is using technology in a different way, which is my kind of, the way I think technology should be used in instruction. Not being locked into a specific, this is the single way that this technology is used, but adapting the technology then to meet your learning objectives. So if we look at, blending those two topics together, if we look at Bloom's taxonomy here, you're utilizing then this Word program to create, a bookmark. And so this is going to be more challenging because you have to synthesize, organize, and put together, that bookmark, so that it's testing your knowledge of the subject matter. In addition, it's also testing your knowledge of using Word and adapting it to your purposes. So this will be a little bit more challenging than some of the other, assignments we've had. So don't be ashamed, or don't be ashamed to give me a call or drop me an email or ask in the discussions if you're having problems with it, because this can be a little bit more of a challenging assignment. And I do have this Word portfolio assignment questions form set up specifically, to ask about that. So that is week 1. I encourage you to get started on that portfolio project as early as possible and keep up on the readings, and then make that first post by Wednesday so we can have some good rich discussions in the discussion forum. And that's all I have, and I will see you on the forums.